Hi guys.
Good morning.
Hi Brennan.
Hi.
So what are we doing today?
We're gonna ride the gondolas.
We are. So we are at Hollywood Studios currently. We are gonna get a preview of the Disney Skyliner. And I know I'm pretty sure that I said we were gonna ride this when we stayed at the Caribbean beach.
But things change.
Next week, yeah, but things change I guess. And we are gonna do it. We got a preview slot and we are walking up right now. Gonna hop on the gondolas and then take it to who knows where. No idea.
I'm so excited.
There's the bag check right over there in the entrance to Hollywood Studios, the Tower of Terror. And here's the Disney Skyliner station. I have been waiting for this since it was announced at D23 2 years ago.
Yay!
Okay, here we are about to hop on the Disney Skyliner. This is so cool. So this is the loading speed to get onto the Skyliner gondola, and our door is shut. And here we are. Whoa, that's backlit. We're doing it, Vernon. Whoa, this is kind of bumpy, but here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. There's the Disney buses over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Yay!
With connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
There's the parking lot right back there. It's interesting because he specifically put us in a non-wrapped Skyliner bucket, gondola, whatever you want to call this, because the ones that are wrapped, which are the majority of them, it's a little bit harder to see out of, but there are ones that are not wrapped, like that one right there, where you get a much better view of everything. Wow, this is so cool, Brennan.
I'm obsessed with this already. Like, this feels like a brand new experience, which it is, which I'm so excited to have here. And what I was gonna say was, like, this is a brand new experience, which we don't get that often here, so this is really cool. And just to, like, soar over, like, the parking lot and, like, the property like this is just something I've never done before. It's so cool.
Right? Right now we're heading across the entry traffic. The bumps are a little bit scary, but there's the entrance to Hollywood Studios way over there. We drove right underneath this as we went to go park to go hop on the gondolas, and now we're heading straight to the Caribbean beach. You can kind of hear just how quiet it is. You can hear birds outside, and we're about to touch down into the Caribbean beach station, I guess. And what's interesting, and what I know a lot of people were curious about, is how it feels in here. Like, these are not air conditioned at all, but
No,
it doesn't really feel that bad.
Yeah, we had just slowed down there for a little bit, and it's where, like, the airflow stopped a bit. It wasn't bad.
All right, I guess we're hopping off here and getting redirected. So we just got off of the Hollywood Studios line right over there. They have a cool photo op to take pictures with right there. That is the line that'll take you over to Pop Century and Art of Animation. And then over here, this line will take you over to Epcot and the Riviera. You wanna go to Epcot?
Yeah.
Cool, there's a map right here. See, we came from Hollywood Studios to Caribbean Beach, and then this will take us to Riviera, and then over to Epcot, or we can go from here to Art of Animation and Pop Century. I backed up just a little bit to get a better view of the station. There's a cool Grand Central Station-esque clock over there. There's the line that takes you over to Art of Animation and Pop Century, and then this line, which I think we're about to hop on, takes you over to Riviera and Epcot, and these get really high up in the air. This is so cool, Brennan. I love that we're doing this. And there's the Caribbean Beach Resort right over there, which we are gonna be staying at in a week. We're gonna be like staying at the hub of the Skyliner. We'll be taking this everywhere.
I know.
Here we go, Brennan. We got another non-wrapped one, and there's Pluto right behind you. Okay, now we're heading to Riviera.
Joffrey's.
And then Joffrey's. There's a Joffrey's right there. We should have gotten some coffee.
We should have.
And here we go, flying out of the Caribbean Beach Station.
I'm so excited.
Wow, this is so cool.
There's
And there's Epcot. There's Epcot right over there. Who knew how peaceful it was just to fly over the Caribbean Beach? There's no narration on this one. That's
I
kind
was
of
gonna
interesting.
say, we don't have that lady talking every 10 seconds.
Yeah. There's the reroutes, I'm pretty sure, to Epcot. And here we go, flying into the, I guess the station for Riviera, which is that right over there.
Oh, fancy.
Super fancy. So I wonder if we're gonna have to get off here and then get back on. Probably. Here we go. Right now, not the AC. Oh man, okay. We are swinging
trusting a new technology.
Right? The non-AC like wind feels pretty good, honestly. Here comes Pluto.
Ah!
And our door is open. So we came into the station right over there, and our door is closing again because this is the Riviera Resort. Oh, we stopped. Interesting. But I guess if we want to stay on here, we can to go to Epcot. So it seems like if you are a Riviera guest, you can hop on here, you can hop off to get to Riviera, but if you want to stay on just to go to Epcot, then you'll just stay on, and it seems like they'll just kind of fill in the empty seats.
It all just looks so colorful together, like in the distance.
All the gondola buckets?
Yeah.
Yay.
I like the different, I'm like looking at all the animations too, and they'll have like classic animations and they'll have like an alternative animation style too.
I was gonna say that your hair is just kind of blowing in the wind, so this is like an indicator of how windy that it is. Like right now I think it feels the best that it's felt. So I feel like specific lines will have different cross sections of breezes and stuff. Like maybe one will feel more stagnant than the other. It's kind of hard to see, but right over there are the back of all of the countries. There's Japan, and then the American Adventure Pavilion, there's Morocco. It's pretty cool. We'll be heading over there in just a second. Hollywood Studios? Yeah, there it is. That's where we started, right over there on that line. And then we took that over to the Caribbean Beach, over to Riviera, and now heading over to the redirect for Epcot, which is right there. And here we go. Ooh, we're bouncing. Whoa. There is a pretty significant swing when you come into a station.
Oh, so this is just like its own little redirect.
Yeah.
People.
Just redirects us straight over to Epcot, way over there. I'm excited for this view the most. I think I've been most curious about what everything looks like from this angle heading into the back of Epcot and what you can kind of see from there. That's the boardwalk over there, the Swan and Dolphin Yacht and Beach Club. And we are bypassing all of that to head over to Epcot. We're going to be seeing the Ratatouille construction, which I think is going to be kind of interesting and a little bit weird as far as sightlines are concerned, just kind of showing that aerial perspective of the back of France Pavilion.
Swinging a little bit.
I like it. I like swinging. Wow, look at this. This is the new Ratatouille area. That's actually really cool, and they have a sign that says opening summer 2020 Ratatouille. Wow. It's very backlit right now because of the time of day that we're here, but this is it. This is the new area, and we are descending now into the Epcot's Skyliner station. Look at this station. This one's pretty cute. Oh!
My hair is all biased.
So now we did it. Now I guess we go back, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So we just had to get out and then get right back in the gondola, and we just happened to get right back into the same gondola that we just got out of, right?
Yeah.
You putting your hair up because it's too windy?
I don't want to be Medusa anymore.
Oh no. Alright, here we go. We are heading back to Hollywood Studios.
Oh my god, this is so cool with the water.
Isn't this awesome? Oh, we're just flying over the water. The new Ratatouille area. Wow, this looks fantastic. When this area is all done, it's gonna look so good. Wow. And our friends have ridden Ratatouille over in France, and they say it's a very cute and a very fun ride. So it's going to be a very cool addition to Epcot, without a doubt. So what do you think of the Skyliner? Do you like it?
I love it. Like, I know we're being extremely optimistic, oh god, but it's so cool. Like, this, I like this kind of transportation. I don't know, it's the transformation.
It's the transformation of transportation when it comes to Walt Disney World. You're welcome.
No, I'm just like, I'm too mesmerized by like looking at everything, just because I love like a bird's eye view of things, and like when the breeze is kicking in, it's so peaceful.
Like right now it feels fantastic.
Like if I could just make round trips of doing this without ever having to get out of the gondolas, I would probably do this all day. I'd grab some snacks, I'd grab, you know, like some Spotify playlists and stuff, and just like chill. This is really neat.
Wow, we're already to the redirect. This, I think, is what I like about this the most, is that it's a very, very quick trip in between stations.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's kind of like a People Mover 2.0, if like you think about it, you know, and it's free transportation.
Yeah, and based on the line, this is probably quicker than the bus.
Yeah, they're more like I kind of wondered just how intense the line would be, but they don't have a lot of queue space, so I'm assuming it's not going to be that intense. Just came out of the redirect, and now we're heading back over to the Riviera Resort. You know, I love how smooth this is. Like,
well, except for when it's like...
well, yeah, when it's coming into a station, but otherwise, because we've been kind of sliding back and forth across these benches and stuff to get different views and whatnot, and it's very, very smooth. I do wonder how different it's going to be when there's like a full cabin worth of people in here.
Yeah, we're getting like the best possible scenario right now. It's early in the morning where the heat's not that bad. It's just the two of us. There's no lines. Like, it's probably not going to be this great when there are like 10 other people in here with like toddlers screaming and stuff, but like I would still take this over the bus with all those screaming toddlers.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I don't know, it seems like maybe it's just for the preview, but it seemed like they were trying to split up groups. If they have like a crazy long line, then they might not give 2 people their own gondola, but there are so many of these gondolas that they will probably try to go out of their way to make people more comfortable, where their whole party is in one cabin. So we slowed down for just a little bit. There it seems like we're picking it back up again now, but when you do slow down, that's definitely where the air current kind of goes away.
Yeah.
Like, we're slowing down again right now. Oh, now we're stopped. That's great. Just stopped right over the intersection here. We are very high off the ground, but it's okay. I don't know, I feel very safe and comfortable in an enclosed gondola, as opposed to like the open-aired like Skyway buckets, which in an open-aired bucket, this kind of probably would have been a little bit scary, but I feel safe. Okay, we started moving. We're heading down into the Riviera station, and we'll be redirecting over to the Caribbean Beach station next. Oh, you launch out of there really quickly. Here's Riviera, and now we're heading back across the Caribbean Beach Resort over to the station, and then I think we're going to be taking the redirect over to the Art of Animation and Pop Century just to round it all out and get the full experience. That breeze feels really good right now. Your hair's doing it again. You took it down to take some fun pictures, so now you're Medusa.
It's in here, okay? It lives in the windy here.
Wow. There's Hollywood Studios way over there. And here we are, descending into the Caribbean Beach station. And there's the bumpiness. Whoa, 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 whoa. Certain buckets actually come off of the main line, where I believe they could be transferred into by either wheelchair or ECV, which is super duper cool. I love it when attractions do that sort of a thing. So now we're hopping over here to go over to Art of Animation and Pop Century, right?
Maybe, if it's open.
So the Art of Animation and Pop Century line isn't open yet. They're hoping to open within about 10 minutes or so. So we're gonna walk over to the Joffrey's that we saw earlier, grab some coffee, and then maybe by then it'll be open. We can take that over to Pop Century, then back to Hollywood Studios. So we're at Joffrey's and we got some themed drinks to our experience. I think Brennan got a pumpkin, what'd you get, a pumpkin pie latte? Yeah. Nice. And then I got this. And now let's go see, I guess, if they're sending people to Art of Animation and Pop Century. So it doesn't look like they're quite ready to load guests onto the Art of Animation line. They may open it up in a little bit, but still not sure. So I guess we'll just drink our coffee and bide our time. And then we may go back to Hollywood Studios and then maybe go to Star Wars to maybe get a Ronto wrap, right?
Yeah.
Because my blockouts are still temporarily lifted, so let's take advantage of it and get some lunch. And here we are. We did it, Brennan.
Wow, we managed to get a non-wrapped gondola every single time.
I know, right? Which, considering there's a lot of wrapped gondolas, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Here we go. Woo! Now we're heading over to Art of Animation and Pop Century.
This one's pretty low.
Yeah, it is. The other ones are pretty high up.
Huh.
Yeah, this side is definitely a little bit less off the ground than the other direction was. But I guess it also had to go over the entire top of the Caribbean Beach Resort, right? So there's the Pop Century Resort. Over here is the Art of Animation Resort. And we're about to dip down right over the water. And this is what I was super excited about.
Water.
Yeah.
Oh!
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
We are now gliding over the sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake.
Woohoo!
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
This is what it's like coming from the other direction, which we're about to go back this way to head back over to Hollywood Studios. But here it is, our final descent, I guess, into a station. Yeah, this was probably the quickest one. And it happened again. We got out of the gondola, and then we got right back in the same gondola. This was definitely the shortest route, but I did love flying over the water. That was super cool. Right? We're just kind of gliding over it right there. And now we are heading back to the, I guess, the Caribbean Beach station, which is right there, and then over to Hollywood Studios. It's funny because like once you finally do this, it's so easy to know where it goes and where it redirects and stuff, but it took me so long to memorize which directions it goes, where it redirects, what stations there are, what resorts, and now it's just so simple, right?
Now the question is, do you think we'll still get an unwrapped gondola going back to Hollywood Studios?
Ooh, I don't know. But you know what wrap I do want?
What?
A Ronto wrap.
Oh, that was clever. You got me.
Thank you.
In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Every time I have a great
All
idea.
passengers
Right.
must disembark
Just hear
or
it and be like,
transfer at this station.
I do wonder if they're gonna add
We
her
hope you enjoyed your
onto
journey,
the
and
other
thank you for flying the
routes,
Disney
I guess,
Skyliner.
because she's only been on the Hollywood Studios line and then on this line, but not the Riviera or the Epcot line. There's more of
Please remain
Caribbean
seated
Beach
until the doors
way over
automatically
there.
open.
There's a
When
lot of
exiting the
specific
cabin,
safety instructions
please
when it comes
supervise
to
children,
these
collect your belongings,
gondolas.
and watch your step.
All right,
Thank you for
here we go. Ah, we're swinging. And we just got off of the Pop Century Art of Animation line. We didn't get to see the outside facades of a lot of these stations because we either continued on the line or we got off and got back on real quick. But this is pretty much what they look like, and now we're gonna hop on the Hollywood Studios line, I guess, back to Hollywood Studios. Okay, so we got a wrapped gondola this time.
Yeah.
Cool, huh?
Well, we needed to see what it looked like.
Really doesn't look that different, honestly. I think that's Horace. Is that Clarabelle? I think so. And then here's Goofy, and then right here is Mr. Pete.
It does
Okay.
make the view a little bit different.
Ladies,
It does, but you can
gentlemen,
still
and
see.
Islanders of all ages, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at
A little
Disney's
bit.
Caribbean Beach Resort.
Yeah. The wraps are on both sides where the benches are, and then at this back side over here, but not the door. So the door you can still see out of pretty fine, even though it's not really much of a, I mean, you can still see out of here pretty much just fine, just it's a little bit harder, like you can't see out of it close up, but like when you're farther away you can see out of it just fine. It is very quiet and peaceful right now. I like this a lot. Heading back over the, it's a little bit bumpy every time we go past one of the
In
towers,
just a few minutes,
but there's
we
the
will be arriving
entry
at Disney's
toll
Hollywood
plaza for
Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
Whether you plan to
and
visit
the
a
parking
galactic
lots.
outpost or play with all of Andy's toys.
Do you want to go visit the Galactic Outpost on Batu? Let's do it. Let's get a Ronto wrap.
Finally tried a Ronto wrap that everyone is raving about.
It's kind of weird because it's easier to see through the viewfinder of the camera than it is in real life. Like I can see much better just kind of like where we're going. This is pretty cool. There's the bus station again. We're just flying over the parking lot right now. I'm trying to talk over this lady because she's telling me stuff that I already know. But we're going to be descending into the station right there and then heading into Hollywood Studios. Yay, I didn't know I'd be able to come back with you to Hollywood Studios, but we made it work today. I have to go to work right after this, but we made it work.
When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Okay, that was our Disney Skyliner experience. I loved that. I loved that so much.
I loved it.
Okay, are you ready to go inside Hollywood Studios and grab some lunch?
I'm ready.
Before I have to head off to work?
Yeah.
Me too.
So what's your overall review of the Skyliner?
I absolutely love the Skyliner. This was probably my favorite announcement that they made at D23 like 2 years ago. I think this is amazing. I have absolutely zero complaints. It's a little bit stagnant in terms of the airflow, only when it stops, but each station is about 4 to 5 minutes apart, so if you could handle that, it is absolutely worth it to take this. It is a much cooler experience than the buses or the boats, which are also both cool and unique, as well as the monorail transportation opportunities that you can take here at Disney. But just this is just so cool, and if this is successful, then they're gonna, or I don't know if they will, but I assume that they might extend this to other resorts and other theme parks, just to kind of increase that interconnectivity of the parks to minimize traffic on the roads and in the water. I love it. It's just so much fun. The non-wrapped gondolas, buckets. Are they gondolas or are they buckets? I've been calling them
Gondola buckets.
gondola buckets. If you get one of those unwrapped ones, then you can see a little bit better, but the wrapped one wasn't bad by any means. So I don't know, I think it's a cool experience, and then again, it's only 4 to 5 minutes in between stations, so you're gonna have a good time regardless, and it's gonna be comfortable and cool and fun. Brennan, this is your first time back at Studios since you got to go to the preview of Galaxy's Edge. Are you excited to see it when there's actual people there?
Oh yeah.
Not that we were not actual people, but like park guests.
Actual people.
No.
What are you talking about?
It's also a weekday, so that should alleviate some of the crowds, and it's kind of early in the morning, so it shouldn't be too bad.
This is gonna be interesting.
So are we heading straight back to Galaxy's Edge?
Wrong toe left.
Let's go through Toy Story Land so you can see that transition.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So Star Wars: The Galaxy Far, Far Away just finished up on stage. The fireworks just went off, and now we're heading back through Toy Story Land to check out that transition and into Batuu, Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Land, all the other names that people call it. Are you excited for the barbecue restaurant? I'm pretty sure that's going to be popping up over here at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. Had to think about it?
Well, I was trying to think about what all I heard about it and like what, because you know how everything's rated on like dollar signs? Like what kind of dollar sign restaurant is it going to be?
I don't really remember, but it's going to be nice at least having like an indoor location in Toy Story Land, so if it's expensive, I'll deal with it because that'll be very pleasant.
See, I want a high dollar sign barbecue place.
Really? I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a cheap, like a quick service experience. We haven't really been in Toy Story Land in kind of a long time together, right?
I don't know.
It's kind of been a minute.
The sun is out.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
People are moseying.
Yep. The weather recently has been pretty good, but it's starting to heat back up again, which kind of stinks. Oh yeah, Bo Peep right over there. So what do you think, Brennan? Isn't this weird?
This is weird, but I like it. I like all the trees. I think it got weird when I just saw a guy walk out with blue milk in his hand in Toy Story Land.
Yeah. There's no walls here. Wow. Just walking straight into Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, there's a new popsicle stick wall.
Is there? There is. Right over there.
When I watched the video the other day when you came here, I saw there was like a little rock work over here that could also be a good place to take a picture.
There's some popsicle sticks over there too. Popsicle sticks. Wow, that was hard to say. Was it this wall? It's just a singular rock. Just take a picture just like that.
Yeah.
Also, last time that I came here, I mentioned the crash site over there. And what I said is now being brought under scrutiny because apparently there's another backstory with that I don't know about. So I don't really know anything about the backstory of this land because everything kind of changes consistently depending on who you talk to. So
Moral of the story is nobody's right, but nobody's wrong.
exactly. It's just really well themed and detailed here. There's the droid depot. Here are a couple first order troopers. I think we're gonna loop around to the Millennium Falcon, maybe get a gander at that, and then maybe head over to get a Ronto wrap, right? What was that face?
Have you sworn allegiance to the First Order? It's a simple question. Don't complicate it.
Sorry, I was watching that video.
The First Order will be watching you.
Ooh, I'm honored. It must be interesting. There they go. That was fun. Is that what that face was? Somebody ran into them?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, we're heading over to the Millennium Falcon and maybe take a couple pictures and then heading over to get a Ronto wrap because I do have to leave in about an hour, so we don't really have time to ride any rides or anything like that or get any blue milk or anything, but we'll get some food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brennan, comparatively to the preview day that we got to come here, what do you think? Is it as bad? Is it about what you thought it would be?
Busier,
Okay.
but not crazy.
Not crazy? They're definitely utilizing that extended queue back there for sure. There's a lot more people taking pictures in front of the Falcon and whatnot, but it's not bad. Smuggler's Run is right back over there, and we are heading over here to the market to get our Ronto wrap, right? So what I think we're gonna be getting is the Ronto wrap again right over here. They do have some specialty beverages here. A Tatooine Sunset, the Sour Sarlacc, and the Coruscant Cooler. That sounds cool. Are you gonna get your circular Coke, or are you gonna save that for a different day?
I'm gonna save it for a different day.
Okay.
But this is like Arnold Palmer. I think you would like this one.
Ooh, I'm gonna get that then.
Yeah.
Cool.
This one was really good last time, so I wanted to get it again.
Okay. Okay, and here we go. This is the Ronto wrap, and this is my Tatooine Sunset, and then your Sour Sarlacc.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. Sorry.
What? You mesmerized by the giant meat next to us?
Yeah.
Take a bite.
All right.
It looks like a pita hot dog. That's my first impression.
That's good.
Yeah? Cool.
I didn't get much sauce in it, so I'm gonna have to take a couple more bites, but so far, this is delicious and very sustainable.
So this has grilled and roasted pork. It has a tangy slaw and pepperoni sauce wrapped in a pita bread. So it's good. So it's pretty hard to usually get a table over in the market, but we did get a table and we're right next to this room, which I don't know if I've peeked into before, but there's a lot of really cool paraphernalia in here. I wonder if there's any like movie references. I don't know, it's hard to see. Cool. So it's kind of interesting is I think Brennan and I prefer the Ronto wrap without the sausage. Brennan went ahead and took hers out, and I got a to-go box because I don't think I'm going to be able to finish mine for lunch. I'll bring it with me to have at work a little bit later, but other than that, it's pretty good, as well as the drinks. Okay, so I think we're ready to head back to the car so I can go to work and you can go take a nap, I guess, because we had to wake up a little bit early to take that Skyliner trip experience, but we did it. We got to ride the Skyliner and get a Ronto wrap. Yay!
This is my favorite thing in Galaxy's Edge, the Sour Sarlacc.
The Sour Sarlacc, really?
I went back for it, and I would go back for it again. It's delicious and refreshing.
Awesome. I do want to try the blue milk with the alcohol. Ooh, there's some more troopers over there. So, Brennan, did you get your fill of Star Wars today?
I did. We could have hung out a little bit longer, but
There's always next time.
yeah.
You gotta leave wanting more for your next experience, right?
Yes.
Yay.
I'm like looking at all these little fans around.
Yeah, right? Woo! It got really bright. Way over there is the Rise of the Resistance.
Bright sun.
Man, bright suns indeed. Are you excited for Rise of the Resistance to open up in a few months?
Well, I think with all the hype that they're giving it, I think everybody has to be excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. Okay, what? The sounds? Let's head back to Grand Avenue. What did you think of the Toy Story Land transition into Galaxy's Edge? Was it cool?
It was, just because I've been staring at that wall for so long. It was cool to, it was like a brand new little area.
Isn't it cool just to be able to walk through Hollywood Studios again too?
Yeah.
What's kind of cool about heading out of Galaxy's Edge and onto Grand Avenue is right up there you can see a Mandalorian billboard. Isn't that weird? You can kind of only see that from right here for just a split second as you head back into the park. Just a little ad for Disney Plus. But now we're heading, I guess, back out of the park and back to the car, right?
Yeah.
What a fun-filled day.
Right, and it's not even noon yet.
Okay, goodbye Hollywood Studios.
Bye.
For now, we'll be back. We still need to experience the Lightning McQueen show. We still haven't done that.
That's true, I always forget it's there.
Yeah, because it's all the way in the back, next to Rock and Roller Coaster. So we're almost back to the car. It is now very hot because it's about noon currently. There are no clouds in the sky.
Sun is right there.
Whew. But the Skyliner is way back there, right behind us, and we've said our thoughts on it, but ultimately, it was fun. It was a really cool opportunity to get to do a preview of it, and I cannot wait to ride that in the future a lot. Like, definitely a lot. That's gonna be super fun to take advantage of.
The view alone is just worth doing it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And now I can go to work, I can eat my Ronto wrap at work. You can go home, you can take a nap, and then we can do our next big adventure. Hooray!
Big adventure.
Okay. Thank you for hanging out with us today. It was fun, and that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Now you do the bye.
What? Do your bye?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.